This isn't a video that I planned on making, much less that I saw coming at all. I know I've always wanted to make content like this, just camera and someone talking, but I didn't expect that it would start like this. But inspiration does just kind of strike you at the weirdest times. For a long time in my life, I've struggled with anxiety, and it's been pretty bad. I've lost lots of friends over stuff like that, and just a bunch of stupid shit, really just completely blown out of proportion by my own mind. And then my life changed. I went to Italy, and I met some of the greatest people I've ever met. I finally learned what it meant to be myself, like an actual unforgiving version of myself, which is something I had literally never known in my entire life. And things started getting better. And then I got on medications, and now all of a sudden I'm better. Because I've went on this medication, and now I'm not thinking all the time, oh, what if this relationship goes to shit? Oh, this person hates me, and I'm gonna ruin everything. Now I'm not thinking that. So I decide to go off it. Why? Why do I decide to do that? Because something's not right with this. You know, I've worked my entire fucking life trying to figure out who I am and who I can be friends with. When is it going to finally work out for me? And I did that myself. So I'm off the medication now. And what happens? This pain comes back in my chest. I get so much more worried, and my doubts about this friendship become more real than they ever have before. That's where I get to the title of this video, called Losing Progress. I've been going through sort of a mental relapse on both depressive stages in my life and incredibly anxious, and it's all sort of hitting me at the same time. Medication made me lose all my progress that I had made my entire life, and actually building myself, the real me. I was so used to this overthinking that it had actually become a part of me. And now it felt like I was losing myself more than ever. This anxious person who overthought but could get through it, you know? So I went off the medications, and things got worse. Things got really, really bad. So how do I feel now that I've lost all that progress? I don't feel bad at all. This is where stuff gets really important here, because lots of people would take this horribly. Lots of people would use this to dig down deeper, and that's what I almost started doing, until I remembered one of my favorite philosophies, which is also sort of new to me, the power of actually being your own best friend. It's cheesy, it's cliche, it's all this stuff you've heard before. You just gotta be your own best friend. You just gotta support yourself through it. It is so much deeper than that. It is so grossly oversimplified by sayings. And I took a deeper introspective look on things and found out how to actually be my own best friend. So, here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of I and myself as two separate people. Then you say the sentence, I would love myself if myself was healthier. I would love myself if myself went to the gym more. That's something that genuinely a fake friend would say. Say, oh, Emily would love Caitlin more. If Caitlin had a boyfriend, if Caitlin gets a boyfriend, then Emily, her respect raises for her friend a lot more, sure. Caitlin has made progress. And then Caitlin gets dumped. What does Emily think of Caitlin now? We'll drop that bitch, right? That is just a horrible fake friend, and I hope that all of you watching this can recognize that. So that is definitely not something that you would want to be to yourself, right? But that's something that we all do. Actually, like, all of us have done at least once, I assure you, that we say that if we are better at something, that we'll love ourselves more. And that just doesn't make sense, because that's what we call conditional love, right? Unconditional love is loving someone no matter what happens to them, what they do, what they're like. Unconditional, there's no conditions. That's as easy as it gets. You just love someone, and you get them through shit. So, what do I do when I lose progress in something like going to the gym, which is something I've been working on recently, and I'll just stop going? Yeah, it sucks a bit, right? It's a little demotivating. But why would you hate yourself more for that? You know, like, aren't you supposed to say, if it was your best friend who stopped going to the gym, you would maybe encourage them to go? But if they don't go, that doesn't mean you don't love them any less. Like, that we think when we lose that progress that suddenly we are a worse version of ourselves. That's not how we should think about it at all. Because if you truly love yourself, you would love any possible version. You would love all the past. When you were a kid, when you made that stupid decision, you love that version of yourself. Also means loving all possible future versions of yourself. Which means, sure, I want to go to the gym for my own health. I think that would be great. So you also have to think, what if I lost it all and I stopped eating and I became a skinny motherfucker again? Hey, you're worse now that you once were this great thing and now you're horrible. Like, that's fucked up, because you'll forever be thinking that. There will always be things that you're getting better at, and always be things that you're getting worse at. And you just have to accept that. Like, at one point, you can't deal with all of this pressure of trying to become better, because it doesn't make sense. It's not humanly possible. So you have to accept that you will make a mistake before you make that mistake. You have to love yourself now to want to do more stuff, and you have to love yourself in the future if you fuck that up. Because if you fuck that up and you don't love yourself, then you're gonna fuck it up more. And you're gonna get in deeper shit. So I sort of started getting in control of my own anxiety, then I went on medications and I went off of them, and now I'm back down here. And if I wasn't thinking like, oh shit, I'm back at a part of me that I used to hate, that used to fuck everything up, then I would fuck everything up. But no, if I think of myself as just myself, the myself that I love still, then I can encourage myself to keep getting better. And that's what will happen instead. So there you go, folks. That is the true power of learning to love oneself and to be your own best friend. Remember, don't say anything to yourself that a fake friend would say. Keep it real. Dripmaster 54.